Hello everyone, welcome back. Hi guys, welcome back to the live. How is everyone doing today? Hi Lali, how are you, lovely? Guys, I'm just beginning, setting up everything, making sure everything is working as it should. I will be with you in just a moment. In the meantime, say your hellos. Say your hellos. Tap the screen, share the live if you can. I will be doing free readings again. I'm not going to be here for too long, okay? If you don't receive a free reading during today's session, please do. Well, you can follow the way you will be notified of the next time I go live instead. I will be available after the live for private sessions. You can find me at thepracticalmedium.com. Here is just a sample of my work, okay? Okay, so let me just make sure everything is working. Make sure. Okie dokie. Oh! He's gonna have to scooch. Okay, so I am live on TikTok and also YouTube, so I'll be jumping between both. And I'm not doing a list today, so there's no paid readings, guys. I will be doing private readings, but not paid readings during the live. Okay, I'm only going to be here for a little bit. Hi, Sophia, how are you? Beaky is not a cat, it's a dog. I know, it looks like a cat, but he isn't, he's a dog. Let me scooch him. Go to you. There you are. Okay guys, so let's begin. Pop your yes or no question in the chat. You know, ask your guides for some support. I will come to those of you who hold the energy I'm drawn to the most. So there's nothing that you need to do in order to receive a reading. Of course, if you can tap and share the live, it is always appreciated. It's a way to give your energy back, okay? Simple. Very, very simple, very, very easy. Amelia, thank you so much for sharing the live, lovely. Amelia is Maya, my forever person. Amelia, excuse me? Excuse me? So, Amelia, think of Maya as I'm going to draw your cards, okay? And then we'll see what comes through. Okay. Come here. This is not going to work out. When you think of the person, it just helps me connect with that energy faster. Okay, so Spirit, please, Amelia and Maya. Thank you, Amelia and Maya. There there could be, definitely, this person could definitely be your forever person, especially with the Wheel of Fortune coming through, my lovely. And just by tapping into your energy, okay, it does feel very genuine, it does feel very strong, so there is a beautiful connection between yourself and Maya. So I would say yes, but I also do feel that both of you are going to be presented with some challenges, and it will very much depend on how you go about, okay, with those, if you learn your lessons, if you do the work, if you work together as a team instead of against each other. I do feel that at times, I feel it's more connected to you, my lovely. I feel that at times you don't really trust your intuition, and there are things that your guides, because your intuition is always going to be your guides urging you to take action, okay? So, but I do feel that at times you don't necessarily listen to your intuition, and that it causes a lack of progress, okay? Because maybe you overthink situations and then you take the wrong action, or you just become static and take no action at all. But I do feel that, yes, depending on how the two of you go about your relationship, the potential is definitely there, okay? But there are lessons that we need to learn here, and I don't think that they're being learned, at least not yet, or maybe when they present itself. So, but yeah, it is a yes, but the potential is there for sure. Thank you so much for your question. And let me see. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for tapping. Hiki, thank you so much for following, lovely. Okay, pop your questions in the chat. I am going to come to YouTube now. I am going to come to YouTube. Okay, so Sophia, is there still hope for me and Georgios? Sophia and Georgios. Sophia, think of Georgios as I draw your card. Sophia and Georgios. Sophia, I can see you looking for hope, that's for sure. And I understand why, okay? Just because there is a distance, it's just because I feel there's very little communication, okay, if any, here between the two of you. Yes, there is hope, but it's also not going to be an easy journey here, okay? Just because I do feel that Georgios is in a very avoided energy right now, and we have the King of Swords coming through in reverse. Hope is not lost, but just know that it is going to require patience, and it is going to require effort, okay? Is it worth it? I believe it is. Definitely it's worth your investment, but it's up to you, okay, what you want to do. My lovely, I can't really tell you what to do, only what I see here. But thank you so much for your question. I'll leave you with that, hon. Much love to you. And okay. Okay, hi Claudia, I received your donation, lovely. Let's come to you, so Claudia and Moreno. Spirit, please, Claudia and Moreno. Thank you. concluded, just to start with, again, what your guides want you to know first and foremost is that things will work in your favor, okay? Especially with the justice here coming through. I do feel that it feels like perhaps there are other people that are taking what you want or the attention, from Moreno, things that should have been yours. And I understand the feeling, my lovely, because I do feel that there are many obstacles here in the connection between the two of you. But it also doesn't diminish, the love between the two of you, okay? And I am in awe, that despite everything, you are still willing to work with this connection, because nowadays, especially nowadays, guys, people are very, very quick to discard, connections, people, everything just people, people are not willing to work on relationships anymore. And relationships are not easy. If you're going to have a successful relationship, believe me, it's never going to be easy, okay? You're going to go for easy periods, but there are always going to be some challenging periods. And that's where I think that the two of you are right now. I feel that at times, especially right now, you are having a more negative point of view of your situation, and it is very much understandable. But I do feel that where it's... Let me see. Spirit, please. We will here reach out. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, cut on the floor, lovely. So he will reach out. I don't think it's gonna be this week, okay? But especially with the Hierophant here coming through in reverse. But I do see him coming through with a different energy, okay, from the next week onwards, especially with the King of Swords once here coming through. And I do feel that people around him as well, I don't know if it's a family member, someone that he definitely trusts, they're going to be guiding him in the right direction for sure. So that's going to play a big role here as well, okay? But yeah, I do see him contacting you again, and I do see you having more clarity of where he stands, my lovely. Right now he is confused, he does have a barrier up, but it's not going to be there forever, not at all, not at all. Don't feel that it is, okay? Let's go ahead and draw some tea leaf cards for you as well. Spirit, please. Thank you. There you are. We have the crown. The crown talks about honor and respect coming to you, okay? So Spirit just wants you to know that it may not seem like they value the connection right now, but that will definitely switch, that will definitely change. And then we also do have the bridge that talks about successfully overcoming a problem. And also... the wheel that talks about indecisiveness, allowing your life to rainbow aimlessly. Okay, so this message is not you. This message is just your guides wanting you to know where Hugo is right now. Okay, because he's not really taking charge. He's like almost feeling defeated. Okay, so he's just giving up on everything that he wants because he feels like life is too complicated right now, and he doesn't want to bring in people to that complication. But he will get a hold. He will, get have a different point of view, especially with the help of this person here. That's gonna change things a lot. So I'll leave you with this, my lovely. Hopefully it has brought you some clarity. You're most welcome. You are most welcome. And let's see. Okay guys, for those of you who are new here, welcome on in. My name is Sarah, I am a psychic medium and also energy healer. I do specialize in relationships and also fertility. I will be doing free readings during the live, okay? I'm not focusing on a paid list, I'm not advertising that. It is linked to my bio if you do want to do so, but I'm not going to be here for too long, so let's just try to do free readings. And then also, I will be available this afternoon for paid readings. For private readings. My private readings do come with timelines as well. Here during the line, try to not ask for timeline questions, okay, because I will try to avoid those. I'm only doing quick, free, yes and no questions, and I'm focusing on tarot as well. Tarot doesn't give you a timeline. If you do want a timeline reading, you can go book a one-question reading or a full reading, whatever you want, but it's not what I am doing right now, okay? I did telephone, email, and also in-person readings. So keep that in mind. And for energy work as well, make sure you contact me when we're talking about love healing. great for reconciliations, long-term relationships that are struggling, or even to settle, especially nowadays it's so common. But because it does involve two people, I do need to make sure that the work is going to benefit both of you as well. So make sure for the love healing, you don't just go ahead and book without a consultation first, okay? The consultation is free. Just drop me a message, email, WhatsApp, whatever you prefer. Say you're interested in the healing, and I'll take you from there. But yeah, anything else, you're free to book without a consultation. And sorry guys, let me just do one quick thing. I'll be back in just a minute. Okie dokie. So, hi Sharon, welcome on in, lovely. And Bella, let's come to you. Has anything bad happened to Hunter? I'm worried. Okay, Bella, please do think of Hunter. Bella and Hunter, thank you. Charlotte, thank you so much for following. Yeah, your intuition is right, my lovely. He is going through something right now. It's the tower as well. It's very chaotic, whatever he's going through. Be there if he wants you to be there, if he wants the space, give him the space as well. And whatever he does right now, don't take it personally. I do feel he's going through something for sure. Thank you so much for your question. LS, you must be new here, lovely. I do specialize in relationships and also fertility ratings. I don't do fertility ratings online, okay? You're more than welcome to book it privately. I'll be doing private ratings this afternoon. You can book a telephone, email reading, whatever you prefer. But, or message, WhatsApp. But yes, it's not something I do on live. And Lisa, is Rachel loyal to our friendship? Lisa, please do think of Rachel. Lisa and Rachel. Okay. Lisa, I know you've been let down in the past, my lovely, but I do feel that with Rachel, she's not perfect, nobody is. At times people are going to do things that we are not very happy with, or we don't quite understand, but I do think that her intentions are very genuine. I just don't want you to put too much pressure on her as well, okay? And don't project too much of your past into how things are right now. I do feel, yes, you can trust this person, you can let your guard down, but also know, people are human, we make mistakes. So thank you so much for your question. mode. Guys, I do see questions coming through without names. Make sure to add names to your questions, okay? And also, I am jumping between TikTok and also YouTube. Be patient, be kind. Not everyone will receive a reading. But I will come to those who I am drawn to the most, so keep your energy open, ask your guides, for some help, for some support. I'm always going to be available after the lives for private readings. You can find me at thepracticalmedium.com. And let's see. Julia, thank you so much for your question. Julia and Anthony, reconcile. Spirit, please, will Julia and Anthony reconcile? Thank you. Thank you so much for tapping the screen as well, Julia. Julia and Anthony. Julia, I see a reconciliation. And I see it very soon as well. Oh my gosh, we're lovely. We have the Magician, we have the Page of Swords. I feel that that's going to happen very, very soon. Okay, sooner than you think. And you're going to feel a different energy from them. Sometimes some time apart between people is what you need, to see things from a different perspective. And thank you so much for your question. Okay, Ikra, can I pass my theory test on when? On the 6th of August. Okay. So, theory test on the 6th of August. Okay, there's something coming through about your love life, okay? We're going to ignore that. Listen to your guides, they're trying to tell you something. I am receiving a no for the theory test, okay? I am receiving that right now, if you take that test, you're not going to pass. But it isn't set in stone, okay? It just means that perhaps you need more training, more lessons, driving a bit more, or I don't know, it's theory. Okay, so maybe studying a bit more, my love, you can definitely change that, okay? So don't see it as a no, you will not pass. See it as a little nudge from spirit, from your guides, telling you something's going to change, you're going to put a little bit more effort, okay? So yeah, do the work and you will be fine. Thank you so much for your question. Thank you guys so much for tapping and sharing the live. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sarah. I am a psychic medium and also energy healer. I do specialize in relationships and also fertility. Okay, I do relationship and general readings on live. Privately, I do fertility readings and also timelines. So keep that in mind. I do see some pregnancy readings questions coming through. It's not something I do on live, guys. But you can book a one-question reading or a fertility reading privately. Okay, Sharon, thank you so much for your question. And I'm also jumping between TikTok and also YouTube. So keep that in mind. Sharon and Will return to Sharon. Okay. Sharon and Spirit, please. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm just going to say M. Sharon and okay. Yeah. My lovely. I'm glad the cards are showing this as well, because just by tapping into your energy, I don't feel that the connection is strong enough, okay, to overcome whatever challenges the two of you are going through right now. I don't think that this is your person, and there's going to be someone else who's going to be much more aligned with what you want, with who you are, with where you want to be as well. And not that this connection here with him was a waste of time, of course not. I'm sure you had some nice moments, and I'm sure there are lessons that both of you can take with yourselves, for the future. But I do feel that it has run its course, and the more you hang on to this connection, the longer it's going to take for you to, for something new to enter your life, for you to welcome something new into your life. Because I tell you what, opportunities do come and go, okay? So you do need to be open for receiving as well. And I don't see that being the case. We have the Queen of Cups, we have the Temperance coming through in reverse. Give yourself some time, a period of grace where you focus on yourself and try to let go of this person for a week or two. You don't have to fully give up on them, but I do feel that by the end of that period, you're going to have a different point of view, a different perspective on things, and just focus on yourself for a little bit. Thank you so much for your question, lovely. I'll leave you with that message. And let's see. Who else? Okay, Lucky, I think. I'm not sure if I am mispronouncing your name, lovely. Don't worry. Is my current job right for Lucky? Spirit, please. Lucky and current job. You know what, Lucky? Yes, absolutely yes. Okay, I do feel that in the position that you're in, you're gonna very much receive the support that is required for you to grow. Okay, so I don't see like the position being a long-term thing. Okay, I do feel where you're at is going to be a long-term thing, but the position itself, I feel you're going to outgrow and you're going to move on to doing other things in the company or wherever you are. But yeah, I do see a lot of growth and a lot of support around you, which is great. It's all you want to see when in a workplace. So thank you so much for your question, and good luck, my lovely. You are most welcome. And guys, I'm not doing timeline readings, okay? I'm doing tarot. You can book a timeline reading at thepracticalmedium.com. You can just book a one-question reading. All of my readings do come with timelines, whether that's a one-question, a full-on reading, a 6-month forecast, whatever you want. You can find me there. I will be doing private readings today, this afternoon, so if you do want to join the list as well, you can. I do telephone, email, and also in-person readings, okay? So if you do want to come to me in person, you can send me a message and we can arrange that. I am on the very edge between London and Hertfordshire, so you can find me fairly easily. Okay, so Nishmore, thank you so much for following. Really? Are you gonna lie down there? Let me try to move. Okay, you're gonna have to squish. Squish. There you go. There you go. You have your bone. Okay, so Jade, is Cyrus talking to other girls? Jade and Cyrus. Spirit, please. Jade and Cyrus. And guys, energy healing, don't forget. The love healing, great for reconciliations, strong strengthening your connection. Make sure you consult with me before you book that one service, okay? Anything else, you're more than welcome to book without a consultation. And I can do that one in person or remotely as well. You don't have to be present, nor the person. Okay. I lost the question. Let me find you again, my lovely. Jade, is Cyrus talking to other girls? Jade and Cyrus. I don't see them talking to other girls, but I do feel that the energy is a bit off for sure. So I think that you're sensing something there, okay? And that's where your mind is going at. But I do feel it's something else, okay? Thank you so much for your question, lovely. Mo, you've got your bed here. Which? There you go. Okay, so let me spread out. So he doesn't try to come again. Okay, so Jackie is Jihad being unfaithful. Jackie, thank you so much for your question. Think of Jihad as we draw your cards, Jackie and Jihad. Okay, they're trying not to be Jackie. I do feel that there's definitely someone around him that's being very persuasive, you know, someone that does like him and doesn't care that maybe he's committed. So I would just watch out for them, you know, do a good casting, energy, protection, whatever you can. But yeah, I do feel that there is someone around him. Nothing has happened yet, but just be mindful of that person. Thank you for your question. You are most welcome, lovely. Guys, I am jumping between TikTok and also YouTube. Be patient, be kind, okay? If you don't receive your reading during today's session, please do follow the way you will be notified of the next time I come live. I'm always available for private readings when I do come live, just for a sample of my work. You can book an in-depth, you know, with timeline and a lot more reading privately. I do telephone, email, and also in-person readings. So, Hinda, am I going to be in a serious relationship with Rom? Hinda and Rom. Spirit, please. Hinda and Rom. I am receiving no. It's almost like the right person at the wrong time type of energy right now, just because Rom, I don't think he's very much an avoidant, okay? He isn't looking for feelings, he isn't looking for growing in a relationship. I feel he's trying to avoid that growth altogether. I don't know what it is, you know, perhaps some sort of trauma, you know, past bad relationships. But he's in an avoided energy, my lovely. So I am receiving no, okay? Of course, it can change depending on the approach that you take as well. Right now I am receiving a no. Thank you for your question. Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let me. You are most welcome, hon. You are most welcome. Okay, and Maxine, is Clifford obsessed with me, attached to me romantically? Maxine and Clifford. Spirit, please. Maxine and Clifford. Okay, Maxine, I don't see an obsession, okay? And honestly, you don't want someone obsessed with you as well. You want someone leveled, okay? You want a connection that's gonna be grounded. Because as I tell you, whatever goes up goes down, okay? So you do want someone that's grounded in their own feelings and their own emotions, my lovely. An obsession is never what you should want from a relationship. There is a lot of potential. He does see that potential. I also do feel that there is some fear of commitment here. So you do need to be aware of that, because at times you're gonna feel his energy being on and off. Okay, when that fear sparks in, just you can do a lot of healing for him, whatever you can, you know, if you're open to that or not, that does make a big change. But yeah, the connection overall is good, and it does hold a lot of potentials, okay? I wish we could dive in deeper, but there's a lot to come here for the two of you. Thank you so much for your question. And let's see. Okay, gig family therapy, guys, please ignore this person. probably a scammer, okay, because they're messaging people in the chat asking you to contact them. No serious person would ever do that. So I've blocked the person, but they might try to get in touch with you after. Send you a DM or whatnot with something connected to your question. So maybe you feel that they have an insight. Just be mindful. Be mindful. I think the name was Geek Family Therapy. Okay, Julia, I received your donation as well, lovely. So Julia put Tyler and I went up being together in a long-term committed relationship. Julia and Tyler. Spirit, please. Julia and Tyler. Oh, definitely, my lovely. Definitely. I feel that with Tyler, there's a bit of resistance now. It's not a reflection of his feelings. Okay, in fact, I do see that changing. The way that he is right now, you're gonna almost feel like a 180 with him. Okay, I do feel once he's invested, once he knows what he wants, and he's absolutely sure, you're gonna see someone that's willing to work on the relationship, on the connection itself. But right now, there's a lack of investment from his side for sure. Okay, so we have the 9 of Cups, we have the 3 of Wands. I do feel that he thinks of you, and he does imagine at times, a future together, but he's not really taking action on that because he's not really in a hurry. Okay, that's the energy that I get from him. He's someone who is very happy and very settled with where he is in life. There's no hurry, there's no clock ticking for him, so he's taking things as they are. But yeah, the potential is definitely there, especially with the sun here coming through. The strongest message here is, we talked about going slow. Yeah, that's exactly what he wants, okay? So I wouldn't push too much, because if you do right now, then it's just going to create more of a disconnect between the two of you. But yeah, the potential is there, so it's going to depend how you go about as well the relationship in this and the situations, because I feel that at times you're definitely going to get quite frustrated with this person. You're going to feel that you're putting in a lot more work than what they are, but that will definitely change. So I do feel that there will be, relationships, ideally there would always be 50-50, but it's hardly that. At times someone will put in 20% and the other person has to put in 70%. That's where I feel that you are at right now, okay, if you do want to hold on to this connection. So let's go ahead and draw some tarot cards for you as well, and see what else we have coming through. Julia and Tyler. Okay, then you want to have the vase. So the vase talks about a secret admirer, okay? So Spirit comes through with this card usually when there's someone that we like and someone that doesn't quite communicate to the level that we would expect, that we would want from them, how they feel about us and how much they care about us. So that's just your guys wanting you to know that, yes, Tyler does very much admire you. And that goes back to what I said at the beginning of the reading, that he does think very highly of you. He's just not communicating that to the extent that you would expect. We also do have this card that talks about guaranteed success. So that's just your guides again, just letting you know that yes, you are on the right path. Of course, you can choose many different paths, but if this connection is something that you want, it is worth your time, it is worth your investment for sure. Thank you so much for your question, lovely. Hopefully that answers your question. You are most welcome. Thank you for your trust again, lovely. Okie dokie. So for Timmy, thank you so much. I received your donation as well. Guys, I wasn't doing paid readings today, but I wasn't doing the list. But let me just answer these ones quickly. So for Timmy, thank you so much for your donation. Let me know what your question is. And give me names as well. Oh, no, don't worry. No, it's my fault. I had it linked in my bio still. So I could have taken it off, but I didn't. So it is my fault. Don't apologize, please. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. About my situation with Mesos, unfortunately, what's going to happen? Okay. So, it isn't going to be a full-of reading, okay? You can always book a full-of reading if you want to have a bigger picture of the relationship, like obstacles when will certain events take place. It does come with timelines and all of that. But let's just see what comes through here with a short-term reading. Guys, here during the live I do focus on tarot, so tarot doesn't really give me timelines. So that's why I say that. So, Spirit, please, Patini. Thank you. And Mitsus. Patini and Mitsus. Okay, Mitsus definitely does have a very charming energy, okay? So I do understand why you're drawn to this person. I feel that a lot of people are, okay, because he just has a very magnetic aura about him, you know? I feel he has a very, I don't know if he has communicated that with you or not, but he does have a very, not, at times he does have a very negative outlook on relationships. There was definitely some betrayal that he experienced. I don't know if it was himself that went through, you know, someone let him down, or it's something that he saw growing up that really, you know, is stuck with him right now. So the energy that I get from him is, what is the point? You know, what is the point of committing myself to someone, of giving 100% of myself to a relationship to someone when it isn't guaranteed? When I can let them down, they can let me down, you know? So because of that, I do feel that he tends to keep his relationships and his connections very shallow, and the more emotion and the more feelings that are involved, the more you're going to see a resistance from him. Yes, he believes there's no point in relationships. That's coming through very, very strongly. But it isn't truly what he believes in, okay? It's simply the easiest route for him. It's fear. This isn't someone who is acting on what he wants. This is someone who is acting on fear. So, but there is a lot of potential here between the two of you, my lovely. We do have the Ten of Cups as well, the Sun coming through in reverse. Yes, he is going through some struggles, but if he does the work, you know, the inner work, if he does, I don't know, maybe some counseling, healing, you can look into healing for him as well. He doesn't have to be present, but if he does the work, I do see a different perspective coming to him for sure. And guys, energy healing, you know, not everyone's familiar with it. Oh my gosh. Not everyone is familiar with energy healing, but just as much as we cleanse our physical bodies, we also do have got to cleanse our energy fields, okay? So you do need some, especially nowadays where you're just not grounded at all. Look into healing if you can. You don't have to book it privately. You can go to your local spiritualist church or center. Oftentimes they do this kind of service free of charge or on a very small donation basis, because it's done collectively, so you can just put their name down, Mitsu's name down. It doesn't have to be present, okay? But you can always book it privately as well. with myself, someone else, it doesn't matter. I do think that that's going to help your situation here quite a bit, because he needs to get rid of that, whatever that energy is that's just he's not letting go of. But yeah, the connection is strong. The connection does hold a lot of potential, my lovely. And yeah, I wish we could dive in deeper, but it does come with it. I do understand why you don't want to let go, okay? Now let's go ahead and keep up on him. Let's go ahead and draw some tarot cards for you as well. Spirit, please. Thank you. Okay. Oh, there you are. We have the handshake. The handshake talks about meeting with someone, with a stranger being important, okay? So that's just your guides asking you to pay attention to people around you, maybe someone who has entered your life recently. I don't know if it could help you with this connection or not. It could be a friend or whatever. I'm confused if my question is a timeline question. Oh, that's a different person, I think. Yeah. And the truly talks about great passion, okay? So that's just your guides confirming what we've seen here already. That yes, there is a very strong connection here. And there's a reason why the two of you came together, and there's a reason why there are lessons here for the two of you to learn together as well, okay? Because I do feel that if someone is gonna get him out of his current cycle, okay, because that's where I feel that he's in a cycle. He can't really progress, especially when it comes to relationships. It's just going round and round. So if there's someone that can get him out of that and progress with him, that someone is you, okay? Thank you so much for your question, lovely. Hopefully that answers you. But also just know it isn't your burden to take as well. If you don't feel up for the challenge, it's fine. It's fine. There are going to be other people that are going to enter your life as well that you do share strong connections with. So just so you know. Okay. Any other questions, my lovely, before I let you go? Felicia, we're going to come to you soon, lovely. Okay, no. Guys, if your question is being filtered or your message is being filtered, my best advice for you is just to reword your question every so often. That way, if one thing doesn't come through, the other one will, okay? So, Spirit, please, with Felicia, again, have her spark back. I'm just going to do a couple of quick readings now, and then I do have got to go. Those of you who have booked a private reading or inquired about energy work, I will be in touch with you very, very shortly, okay? So, Felicia, Spirit, please, Felicia. Thank you. Felicia, whoever took your spark back, okay? Because I do feel that there is a person here involved as well that really didn't help the situation. Whatever they did wasn't a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of where you are in life, okay? Of where they are in life, okay? It's nothing to do with you, okay? It tells more about them than yourself. Yes, you are going to regain your spark back, my lovely. We do have the Queen of Cups here coming through. Don't worry. Whatever you're going through is going to pass. And I feel that you're doing a good job at that as well, okay? Of holding yourself strong. So just keep doing what you're doing. You will be fine. Thank you so much for your question. Okay, so Wretch, is Wretch this one? First of all, I don't see your question, my lovely. So if I don't see your question, oh. Yes, that's a timeline question. Let me come to you, Jill. Aramiko, Max Gabrieldas, Matthew C. Like Me Romantically. Max, please think of Matthew and let's see what comes through. Thank you. I don't don't see a romantic connection right now. It doesn't mean that it won't develop in the future. Okay, it's just right now I don't see that spark. Thank you so much for your question. Anishka, I want to know if my ex Saransh moved on from me completely, or there is still a ray of hope. Okay. So, Anishka, please do think of Saransh as we draw your cards. Spirit, please. Thank you. Oh, is there hope? Absolutely, my lovely. We have the star coming through, okay? It is someone who is very ingrained in that bad habits, you know, that you're dealing with right now. I do feel that, Mo, what are you doing? Okay, so excuse Mo. So yeah, there is hope. There is hope. He's been hurt quite a bit in the past. Okay, so right now he does hold people at arm's length. He doesn't want to allow anyone in. Whatever he does to you or how he treats your connection isn't a reflection of how he feels about you. It's a reflection of his own fears. Okay, and yeah, he feels that by not being in touch and connected to his emotions is going to make him someone stronger. But that's very much the opposite. I do feel that someone that is his weakness. Okay, the hope is there. Again, for you, look into healing if you can as well, especially when you're dealing with someone so stubborn in that way. And it helps to, detach that old energy from them so they can have a new fresh start. Look into that, my lovely. Thank you so much for your question. Guys, I do have to go. If you haven't received a free reading during today's live, please do follow them where you will be notified of the next time I come live. Thank you so much for those of you who have booked a private reading as well. I will be in touch with you shortly. And yes, I will. I hope you all have a beautiful end to your day. And we will see each other on the next live. And some of you, I will speak to you very, very shortly as well.